Hey guys, welcome back to Gunpla News, episode 19 for June 2016. This is part 3, and we're going to talk about some updates. These are going to be updates pertaining to kits and figures that we already knew were coming out, and maybe we got some new information, or just I'm here to just remind you of what's coming out. So let's get right into it. We have a lot, and I want to try to get through this as quick as we can and painlessly. Anyway, Gundam fixed figuration metal composite Unicorn Gundam final battle version out in September for 25,500 yen. After that, we're going to have the metal build Destiny Gundam Wing of Light effect part set out in October for 6,000 yen. Just some Wing of Light effect parts for your metal build Destiny Gundam. Also available is going to be the metal build Destiny Gundam full package set, which is going to include the Destiny Gundam itself and the Wing of Light effect parts. And this is also going to include new markings on the Destiny, so it will be different from the previously released metal build Destiny. That is going to cost you 28,000 yen, so it's not going to be cheap. But if you haven't got a metal build Destiny and you would like to get one, that's the version I would go for, I think, because it includes the Wing of Light, it has new markings, so it's kind of more special. Anyway, Tamashii Webshop exclusive Robot Spirits RX-78-2 G3 Gundam version anime is going to be out in September for 5,500 yen. So we already had the regular RX-78-2. This is the G3 Gundam version anime out later in September. Also going to have the Tamashii Webshop exclusive Robot Spirits Char's Rick-Dam. So this one, again, we already had the Dam. This is Char's Rick-Dam version anime out in August for 6,000 yen. And next, the Tamashii Webshop exclusive Robot Spirits X-Ka Signature XS Gundam. No news for a price or release date set for this yet, but it looks absolutely amazing. It looks so good. This is one of those figures that I would consider buying. I know it's going to be really expensive though, so I'm sure I won't, but it looks so good. If you're a fan of the XS, then I'm sure you're just really loving that because it looks amazing. Anyway, getting back to Metal Build here just for a moment. The Metal Build Strike Freedom Wing of Light effect part set is out this month for 7,000 yen. And there's a couple of Metal Build Astray options part sets and stuff that nothing's really been confirmed, so I'm just going to pass over that for now until we get some more confirmation about that. The SDX Superior Kaiser figure is going to be out in September for 29,000 yen. I was a little bit confused about what the price of that was going to be. I think they were originally considering offering two different options of that kit. I think that was either not correct, or now they've decided to just make one version for 29,000 yen. Anyway, just very big Superior Kaiser. I think that name is pretty self-explanatory there. Then we have the, getting back to some version anime stuff here. Previously those were exclusives, these are just the regular ones. The Robot Spirits Goof version anime is out in July for 6,000 yen. If you saw in the previous video, we also got the announcement of a Dodai and Goof part set, which is going to be coming out later in the year. The version anime of that. Next we have the Robot Spirits Gunner Zaku Warrior Lunamari Hawk Custom out in July for 6,000 yen. Again, I really love the proportions and look of that. I really wish that that was a master grade. Unfortunately, it's not. I wouldn't mind. I would pay 6,000 yen for a master grade Zaku Warrior if it looked like that, because those proportions are sexy. And then with the Robot Spirits X-Ka Signature Barzam Kai is out this month for 8,500 yen. And then coming soon after that in August is going to be the Robot Spirits Full Armor Gundam Mark II. That is the AUG version, out in August for 11,000 yen. So we saw in the past video, again, we got the announcement of a Armor Girls project, like MS Girl Full Armor Mark II. This is just the regular Gundam Full Armor Mark II. Looks really cool. This one, again, I wish we would get a kit of that. Unfortunately, we don't. Then the Robot Spirits Destiny Impulse Gundam, out in June this month for 6,000 yen. That is number 200 in the Robot Damashi line, which is kind of interesting. So they are getting really high up there as well. I had no idea that that was that high. But I guess that's including probably not only Gundam, I suppose. So I don't know, even still, that's quite a lot. Also out this month, I believe I've still yet to see any more more updates about this in terms of a price. But last I knew, this is supposed to be out this month, is the Robot Spirits Cubile. Yeah, I don't really know too much more about that at the moment, unfortunately. Sorry about that, guys. But I could have the release date wrong. Maybe it's not out this month. Maybe it's out later. That's why there hasn't been any more updates about that yet. But there's the Robot Spirits Cubile. There's the Robot Spirits Gun Cannon version anime. This one is out in August for 5,500 yen. Sorry, these are kind of a little bit out of order. It's kind of going back and forth between different series and stuff, but forgive that. Anyway, and then the Robot Spirits Force Impulse Gundam is out in September as well for 6,000 yen. So we have the Destiny Impulse as well as the Force Impulse that are both going to be coming out fairly soon. That's pretty much it for all the Robot Spirit stuff. There was a lot of other Robot Spirit stuff and other stuff that I have here that we just haven't got any sort of updates about yet, so I just want to kind of pass that stuff for now until we get some more news. There's not really anything much else to say about them, so a few other things, just going to pass that stuff for now, sorry. To move on to the Mega House Cosmo Fleet Collection Isaribi, the ship, the Tekkaden ship from Iron Blooded Orphans. We're seeing some more new images of that. This is going to be out in August for 5,800 yen. This is, I think, including very small. They always include some really small figures. This one is including the Barbatos, I think it is the Barbatos Form 5, I want to say is what it is. It's so tiny though. The Barbatos, the Ryusei Go, the Grey's Kai 2, and also the Gundam Gushan Rebake, I think is our 3 small figures for that. Then getting into some Next Edge stuff, out this month in June is the Next Edge Banshee Destroy Mode for 3,000 yen. Then next month in July, we're going to be having the Next Edge Gundam Astray Gold Frame Amatsu. It's going to be out for 3,000 yen out in July. Then later in August, we're going to have the Next Edge style High New Gundam for 3,000 yen out in August, again 3,000 yen. And then after that, the Next Edge style Nightingale in September for 4,500. So that one obviously is a little bit more expensive because the Nightingale is so huge, but that looks really cool. So definitely, if you don't have the space or don't have the money for the RE100 Nightingale, so definitely much smaller, much more affordable version for that. Still 4,500 is still quite a bit for a small figure, but it does look pretty nice. Then for Gundam Converge figures, we had the Gundam Converge Special Strike Freedom Gundam and Providence Gundam set. Haven't seen a price or release date set for that yet, but that should be coming out relatively soon. Looks cool that it's including a Strike Freedom Gundam and Providence Gundam. Also, the Converge Full Armor Gundam Thunderbolt version. It's going to be a special separate Converge figure that you can buy here with for the Full Armor Gundam Thunderbolt version out in July for 2,200 yen. And then the Gundam Converge New Zeal New Zeal plus 0083 Final Battle Equipment set out in this month in June for 4,700 yen. So the New Zeal, as well as a whole bunch of stuff, including a couple of parts for the Dendrobium to do a sort of final battle set there with the two of them. Then also the Gundam Converge Series 3 is out this month for 5,000 yen. It is the RX-7802 Gundam The Origin, the Gabflay, the regular Gyaradoga, the Akatsuki, the Schwab Greys Megillus, and the Schwab Greys Galileo custom versions. Those Greys are also going to be including some extra parts that you can use on the Converge Barbatos. So that's kind of interesting if you have that. Next is the Gundam Universal Unit. This is some other kind of small figure sets that's going to be out in July for 500 yen each. There's the RX-7802 Origin version, the Barbatos Gundam, the Char Zaku 2 Origin version, the NT1 Alex, and they're also apparently planning the Kasi Gundam and the Penelope and the Psycho Gundam Mark II, but now we got in the announcements that we are going to be getting a Psycho Gundam Mark II. We do know that that one is actually coming out. Then getting into a p-bandai figure here, we have the p-bandai HG series Iron Blooded Orphans Tekkaden set here. This is just a set that is including Mikazuki, Orga, Biscuit, Akihiro, Eugene, and Norba out in June this month for 8,000 yen. These are going to be roughly 10 centimeters tall. These just small little figures there. Kind of interesting. Then out this month is going to be the figurized bust for Kira Yamato, as well as the figurized bust for Athrun Zala. Both of those are going to cost 1,200 yen each, and they look pretty nice. We did also see that we had some other options that we might be getting in the future from that line, so I'm looking forward to seeing who else we get from that series. Another set of small figures that's coming out soon is the Mobile Suit Gundam Machine Head, out in August for 450 yen each, so about $4 or $5 each. The Zeta Gundam, the Rick Diaz, the Gundam Barbatos, the Hainu Gundam, and the Nightingale. All of them, or at least a few of them, we haven't seen all of them as far as I've seen, are having some kind of special gimmicks which look pretty cool, so those look kind of interesting. Next, getting into some p-bandai stuff here, just some regular p-bandai kits now. The p-bandai Master Grade Power GM is going to be out in July for 3,000 yen. And then also the p-bandai Master Grade Zeta Plus Unicorn version is out this month in June for 3,200 yen, as well as the p-bandai Master Grade Gyaradoga Unicorn version is also out this month for 5,400 yen. Then we have the p-bandai HD Build Fighters Lightning Zeta Gundam Aspros out in this month, 2,200 yen, just a sort of slightly recolored version of the Lightning Zeta Gundam. Then the p-bandai HGUC Revive Gundam 21st Century Real Type Color version. There's 3 kits here in the 21st Century Real Type Color versions. We have the Revive Gundam, the Revive Goof, and the Revive Gun Cannon. So these are going to be all coming out this month in June. The RX-782 is 1,200 yen, the Goof is 1,700 yen, and the Gun Cannon is 1,400 yen for those. And the last p-bandai thing here is the Mobile Suit Gundam Zabi Family Fountain Pen. Not actually a kit, but something kind of interesting here out in October for 7,000 yen, $70 for this Xeon pen. Kind of interesting. Alright, then the standard release stuff, we have the Master Grade Full Armor Gundam Ver-Ka Gundam Thunderbolt version out in July. Not too long now, very much looking forward to that. It looks like an amazing kit. For 7,000 yen. So it's not cheap, but it's coming with a base, and it's a full armor Gundam. It's got a lot of stuff on there, loads of gimmicks. It has, if you cast off all the armor, it has just the base form Gundam inside there as well. This kit looks amazing, so I'm really looking forward to this kit. It's one of my most anticipated kits for this year so far. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out. Next is the 1/100 scale Gray's Kai is out this month for 3,000 yen. That should be out very, very soon, actually. It does look like it's including some really cool options in there for that. Then we have the 1/100 scale Gundam Kimaris Trooper is out next month in July for 3,000 yen. So that one, again, looks like that one is actually including some new gimmicks that were not included in the HD version. Its chest vents are able to open up to reveal some sort of weapon, sort of, it looks like. Cannon or something. They don't use beam weaponry. If they use beam weaponry, I would say maybe it's like beam cannons, but they don't have that, so don't really know what that is. But it's cool that they're incorporating some gimmick into the 100 scale version, because for the most part, all the 100 scale versions don't have any sort of extra gimmick that the HD versions don't have. Like, they may have some improvements, surely, but not any sort of extra gimmick like this. So I think that's really cool that they're including that in the 100 scale Kimaris Trooper. The HGUC Full Armor Unicorn Gundam Destroy Mode Destroy Mode Red Color version is out this month later for 3,400 yen. This is basically just including new marking stickers, and the biggest new thing about this is that it includes the Hyper Beam Javelin. So that's nice. I feel sorry for everyone who bought the Hyper Beam Javelin before, because it probably was kind of expensive, because it was only sold like with a manga or something else, with some other magazine or something like that as well. So people probably had to pay quite a bit to get that. Now you're going to be actually getting that with the kit that it should have been with from the beginning. And the next in the HG Revive line is the HG Revive Force Impulse Gundam, also out this month for 1,800 yen. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. It looks like a very nicely articulated kit, which is good. And then the HG Zaku 1 Gundam Thunderbolt version is out this month for also 1,800 yen. Again, among the new anime versions of the Thunderbolt kits, This one, it like looks like the least different from the original manga version. It does have some small color differences, but not really all going to be that different. Then we're also going to have the HG Gundam the Origin Mobile Suit Discovery series, Gundam Local Type, sort of the name for this. I still don't understand why this kit is going to be costing 2,000 yen. This is out in July, next month, by the way, for 2,000 yen. It's just a really simple Gundam design. It doesn't have anything like big guns or weapons, anything really flashy on it. It has just very simple small shield, very simple just like small submachine gun. So there's nothing in there that I think warrants the price of 2,000 yen for that. So I think there's still something yet to be seen that's going to be revealed like at the last minute that's going to be included with that. Or possibly one of the things that me and other people thought would be possible is maybe that kit actually comes with 2 of those Gundams in there. Because let's think about it. The Revive RX-782 Gundam basically has the same amount of stuff, the same amount of plastic in the box, and the same kind of like new technology going into that, but that had a list price of like 1,000 yen. This is double that list price for what? I don't really know why. So it doesn't really make sense. Looking forward to finding out why, though. The design is okay. Some aspects of the design I like more than others. The design itself is great. I mean, I'm talking about the kit's design. The feet are kind of weird. I am anticipating that we're probably going to see a p-bandai release of the RX-78N that was also featured recently in the Origin Mechanical Archives. Here you can see it's just kind of like this gold Katoki design here, version of the regular local type. Then we had the 2 new versions of the Puchigai coming out, the HG Puchigai Cha-Cha Brown, as well as the Milk White. Those are going to be both out in July for 500 yen each. So yeah, just again, something you can easily just do just by painting the ones that are already out, but if you don't want to do that, and especially if you're collecting these are now black and white collections for you. And the last couple things here are related to the SDX Standard line. We have the SDX Standard Tri-Burning Gundam that's going to be out in July for 600 yen. After that is the Death Scythe Hell, and then after that is going to be the Shinanju. All of them are 600 yen, so that we can assume is that's going to be the case for all of these. The Shinanju is out in November. The Tri-Burning is out in July. I didn't see a release date for the Death Scythe Hell, but I'm guessing sometime between there, so possibly maybe September. But that seems like a long time between those 2 releases, so I don't know, it's kind of weird. But that's it for all of the updates for kits and figures. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, leave those down below, or corrections. I'm sure it's really late here. I'm sure I probably made some mistakes in there, and you guys will point that out to me. So thank you for that in advance. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you coming up next in part 4. We're going to talk about some cool third-party and resin stuff. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.